Excuse me. I seem to be lost. I've been looking. I'm supposed to meet a friend in Constantinople. Can y'all please point me towards Constantinople?
You can't go back to Constantinople.
Yeah, you cannot go back.
Wait, why? But
listen. Istanbul was Constantinople, but now it's Istanbul and not Constantinople. No, it's been a long time gone, Constantinople.
Oh my god!
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam.
Why'd they change it? We can't say.
People just liked it better that way.
Junk house.
It's a psychobilly video.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's Junk House. And my name's Caleb. I'm the hot one this time, but physically.
And I'm Cordell. I'm the hot one intellectually.
And I'm Samantha. I'm the one that cannot be understood by human minds.
That's actually true.
I'm an eldritch horror. What can I say?
Eldritch whore. Got her.
Oh my
Only
gosh.
for Pride Month. Only for Pride Month, Cordell.
Yeah,
we're in
Pride
Wrath Month now.
We're in Wrath Month
No
now.
sluts here.
No sluts. Get the gays out. Okay.
No.
Finally.
So this is the thing. We're leaving the gays,
Mm-hmm.
but we're letting them change that emotional dial from pride to wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And the next month is gonna be gluttony. That's what I keep saying.
Finally. Okay. Because a new restaurant opened up like a block away from my house, like literally walkable distance from my house. I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to be a little gluttonous. Be like, I got food at home. Let me go get a catfish combo.
Are you being a little gluttonous, Caleb?
I mean, being a little
glut
Boy,
over
you're
there?
being
Maybe
a
a
little bit
little-
gluttonous
maybe a
over
little-
in this plate with Caleb.
maybe a little gluttony going on.
A little bit of gluttony in this plate.
Why
I didn't
hasn't
want
glut
to-
been used as an insult or a term for someone who eats a lot all the time?
I did.
You're such a glut.
I did once hear somebody in high school when it was like these two kids that were already like about to start fighting, and then one of them straight up said, like, this is burned in my brain, said, at least I'm not a glutton. And then the other dude jumped across the table at him, and it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Is like, hell yeah, we're using biblical insults. This is great.
Listen, don't you dare call me a glutton.
You glutton?
Oh, dog, man, that hurt. That hurt my feelings. I don't know how to process that emotionally.
I feel like now some Junk House merch we could do is the glutton button, which is just like a 1-inch button that says glutton on it.
The glutton button. Is it like the easy button from Staples?
It is, but as soon as you do it, it actually plays just the audio from a 10-minute mukbang video.
Oh.
Ooh, only the mouth sounds.
Only mouth sounds. Oops, all mouth sounds.
So,
ooh, great episode.
Can someone explain to me why mukbangs?
See, I don't understand mukbang specifically, but I do understand the fascination of seeing somebody eat something that I can't, you know?
So here's the thing. Here's your little internet connoisseur over here.
Yeah.
There's this thing that is common in every culture called loneliness. And sometimes people are just like, I want to eat my food not alone. So in a lot of countries that are very isolating, mukbangs kind of help people be like, at least just have somebody else, so they're not just like eating alone, sad, dark room environment.
Can I ask a question.
Yeah.
Of course.
Does Keith Eats the Menu from known YouTube channel The Try Guys count as a mukbang, since it is Keith Habersberger of The Try Guys taking one bite of everything from a given menu?
I think so. Because
Okay.
like even if I'm just looking at the Google definition, the Wikipedia definition, a mukbang, also called eating show, is an online audio-visual broadcast in which a host consumes various quantities of food while interacting with the audience.
So that is Keith Eats the Menu. So I enjoy mukbang without even thinking of it as mukbang.
So the whole idea, because anytime I've seen mukbang anything, it has been like massive amounts of food, which changed the way my brain thought of it from like eating things to like excessive eating, if that makes sense. Like I really thought the whole point of it was to eat far too much.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Some people
that
do
does change
that,
things a little bit.
and that is sometimes too much, you know, for
Yeah.
me emotionally. But even like Good Mythical Morning, I don't know why I'm kind of taking this more relaxing voice.
It's a
Even
good, it's
Mythical
good,
Morning
it's good.
could be considered mukbang. Some of those food episodes.
This makes sense to me. Can I also, this is related to food, and I think I've brought this up. I may have brought this up on Junkhouse before, but I want to start a petition. Because I think I'm a big fan of cereal. I love cereal. I don't get to eat cereal a lot because it messes with my blood sugar a ton, and I have diabetes.
Skill issue.
But there is one type of cereal that bothers me more than any cereal, and it is Captain Crunch Oops All Berries, because it feels intentional at this point of them selling it. So I really think they need to remove the oops.
Remove the oops.
The oops all berries. I would be okay with it if they just sold Captain Crunch, this one's all berries, or
all
Captain
berries.
Crunch,
Yeah, just own
all
it.
berries. But
all
the
berries.
oops is intentional at this point. And like it's given us some great jokes, but we need to leave it behind. Because if it was like a limited run thing, it's like, hey, for 1 week or 1 month every year, you can get oops all berries. I'd be like, you know what? That does seem like it could be an accident. Like it could be an accident that you just made too many of the berries, and now you have to make them you have to sell them that way. But right now, I can go to any store. I go to the cereal aisle. I can see Captain Crunch Oops All Berries. And it's not an oops.
Do you think it's a legal thing?
Do
they have to imply it's an accident. They have to imply it's an accident.
This is okay. So this is we're not doing the full bit, but it's just like he comes in obviously. Okay, I've been looking over the laws all day. We cannot sell this much food dye in one box. Okay,
it is a lot of berries, Terry.
We have to say oops. We have to say oops, or else this is completely illegal. We can say oopsie poopsie if we want to. Oopsie poopsie all berries. That's fine. Oopsie all berries.
Drop the poopsie, but
that's fair.
Drop the poopsie.
But what? Oops all berries.
That's a great song. That's a great song name.
Here's my problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
History has had a great many oopses that have been very beneficial to culture.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
We can talk about the nature of like, oops, I made cereal.
Yeah.
Right. Because they were just eating oatmeals. Right? Or was it reversed? Where they were eating cereals and then they made oatmeal on accident?
I think oatmeal came before. I think a hot cereal came before
hot cereal,
the cold cereal that we're thinking of that John Harvey Kellogg invented to stop the masturbation.
Yeah.
Stop the masturbation, please.
Chocolate chip cookies was another one.
Right.
Yep.
So it's like they're genuine historical oopses that I think are important and valuable and worth talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't like using oops as a way to pretend you messed up. It's like, whoops. Oh no.
Yeah.
Too many berries. I want a genuine oops.
I want a genuine
like
oops.
I want to know that you really didn't mean to do that.
Here's
The
I
newest
really
cereal,
wanna-
the newest Captain Crunch that's gonna come out is, oh fuck, way too many berries.
Yeah. There we go.
It's literally
Wow,
like you
something
pick it
went
up off the shelf
catastrophic.
and like the seams are busting on the cardboard a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
The plastic
Fucked
bag is
up.
barely containing.
Too many berries.
We really messed up this time, guys.
Please, we
It's
need to
bad.
move this shit because it's actually dangerous for us to be
The
selling
berries
it.
are in quotations.
Yeah.
I
It's
also, you know
quote
what?
unquote berries.
I want to open up a box of Oops All Berries and just like pour out like a quart of strawberries from there. It's just like a quart of fresh strawberries that have somehow been perfectly preserved, or maybe they're rotten. I don't know which is worse.
Maybe they're freeze dried and they have some chocolates surrounded them.
I would, you know what? I would love if
I'd
it
eat
was
that.
just like, hey, cereal companies, here's a free idea for you. Just have everybody put oops across the box, and then it's you buy like a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it just says oops, this may be Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then you pour out Special K with red berries from that box. Just mix them all up. You're all like one of 3 companies, so nothing is stopping
you can do
you
that.
from
You can do
from
that.
doing a big old mix 'em up. Okay, and maybe occasionally I buy a box of Trix and it's still Trix because it's just it's a oops.
Because that's the trick.
Here's the thing. If they put oops, I want there to be a real mistake in what I'm eating.
Yes.
I want to eat a box of oops Lucky Charms, but all the non-charm ones are dicks. Like they're all penis shaped, you know? I would eat that box. Because it's like, whoops, we'd used the wrong stencil. We had our horny cereal company to spite John Harvey Kellogg, and we made a mistake and mixed them in with the normal Lucky Charms. And now you gotta eat those Dicky Charms. Like, I want that oops box.
This is not to like shift conversation topics again, but these are things that I've thought of in the past week. Because I had the Oops All Berry stock because I went to Walmart and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, get your fucking shit together, Kellogg. Anyway, or Post, whichever one it is. But I was like that. And then we were walking out and they had the Claire's at the Walmart. And I thought of how, you know, like old people, like people 45 plus these days, they're like, sometimes I go to work and I barely do my job. Ooh, I'm so bad. And like, that's the kind of tone they do. I was thinking like, what makes me think, ooh, I'm so bad? And then I was like, it's probably when I think of a joke that I could make on Junk House. And I know what you're thinking. What does this have to do with the Claire's at Walmart? It's because we were walking past and Olivia was like, ooh, you can get your ears pierced at Claire's. And in my head, my first thought was, ooh, I can get my dick pierced at Claire's. And like, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of bad.
But like, could you though? Could you legally...
Would Claire's do a dick piercing for you?
I don't think they can. I don't think they have.
I think it's just ears.
I've had my ears pierced before.
Can I get my nipples pierced at Claire's? If I walked in there, it's like, hey, if you clear the store out of minors, will you pierce my nipples? Would you do this for me?
We can go in the back room real quick.
Yeah, just take me on back.
Hey, listen, I know this is the Claire's at Walmart, but listen, I need you to clear your back room, clear no minors within 50 yards, and I need you to just shove a needle right through my nipple right now. Just go for it. I saw that you had a sign.
Claire's, please,
outside.
I need it, Claire's.
It said free earrings if you're a Claire's member and you get free earrings for a year. Does that apply to the nipple? Is it
anywhere on my body?
If my nipples, quote unquote, here, will that count?
Do your nipples here thing? That is.
So let me pitch something to you to respond to this question, to answer the question once and for all. Once and for all, everyone's been asking for years.
It's only been 15 minutes into this show, and we're already on this.
We're already talking about can your nipples hear things. So what is hearing?
Being able to pick up vibrations in your head ear.
It is the faculty to perceive sounds or an opportunity to state one's case.
Okay, well, we're going to ignore the legal hearing definition. So, hearing is the ability to perceive sounds. Sound, as Sammy said, is vibration.
Mm-hmm. It's all vibes, baby.
And when right. So it's like when we hear, what is really happening is our ears are shaped in a way to funnel vibration into a membrane that our nerves then interpret as sound. Deaf people can listen to music by putting their hand on a speaker. So I would posit that if you put your nipples on a speaker, you could probably hear music through your nipples. And then if we extrapolate further, if there's a Daredevil type situation where they lost their eyes and ears, maybe the nipples do it.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Does that mean when a person of any gender has more sensitive nipples, they can hear better?
I would say yes. I do think they can hear better.
I think that's the only explanation.
The only explanation.
That's the only explanation.
Sensitive nipples,
possible.
better hearing.
Yeah, I mean, I have no argument here. I completely agree that nipples nipples can hear things.
Bats' nips go crazy all the time.
So actually, the thing is, on a bat, that what we consider ears on a bat are specialized nipples.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
I forgot that bats are blind for a second there and thought they were deaf. And I was like, all right, this is going to be a great joke. And then it didn't land. It did not land the way I wanted it to.
Also,
it
bats
landed
aren't
in
blind.
a different
Bats
way.
aren't blind, Caleb.
What?
That's a common misconception.
Yeah,
is this a real thing you're wondering about?
Did you know?
Bats
this?
Did you not know that?
Blind?
No.
What the fuck is the point? I don't.
That is a good question.
Next thing you're going to tell me that bulls don't live in china shops? Like, what's the point?
Caleb, that the whole so the bull in china shop thing, one, debunked, but two, they never said they lived there.
But it's bull in a china shop.
Yeah, like, oh wow, so destructive.
And I mean, I guess I can understand the extrapolation.
Yeah,
of
like
a bull
Caleb
being in there, lives
Caleb
there. Yeah.
in a house. I live here.
But what about Caleb in a china shop? You don't live in a china shop.
Yeah, you don't live there. Caleb in a Walmart.
There was that one movie starring Natalie Portman where she lived in a Walmart.
What movie is that?
I have to Google it because I don't remember.
Real?
Is this real? I don't know what anything Caleb has been saying. If it's
Natalie
real or not.
Portman, I'm delirious.
Live in a Walmart. Safe search off.
It's called Where the Heart Is, and if you Google Natalie Portman Walmart movie, it pops up, and she gives birth in a Walmart.
That's not living in a Walmart.
I think she lived in the Walmart.
That's pooping out a baby in a Walmart.
I think she lived in a Walmart. Did she live in a Walmart? All I remember is I was a young child, and my sisters were watching this movie, and I like walked out of my room because I was like, ha ha ha, let me get a glass of water real quick before bed. And out of nowhere, I just see Natalie Portman, who at this point in my life I had only really seen like in Star Wars, and I had a crush on Natalie Portman in Star Wars, like a child crush. And then I saw her screaming bloody murder in a Walmart, and I was like, I don't like this movie because they're hurting the person I have a crush on.
That's crazy though.
I don't think my brain is functioning correctly.
Sorry, that's so funny. That whole story, like that's crazy though.
Yo, bro, that's crazy though.
That's also, y'all want to know something else?
That's crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
What?
I, for 10 years of my life, hated Helena Bonham Carter.
Still do.
Because, is she up to is she done anything problematic? Because if so,
is she up to anything? I think she's just obnoxious.
That's fair. I hated her because she played Bellatrix, and Bellatrix killed Sirius Black, and I loved Sirius Black, so I was like, I hate that actress because she did that.
Yeah, I don't see anything that she's doing recently.
Yeah, Caleb, do you send actors who play villains? Do you send them hate mails?
The closest I've ever gotten to that is somebody who was a villain in my own personal life. And when I was 5 years old, I accidentally tripped over their foot. And this is the only interaction I've ever had with this person, but they're still a villain to me. I tripped over their foot and I was really pissed off about it. So when I was 5 years old, I told them to go die.
Oh, Caleb.
Yeah.
You can't be saying that to people whose feet you trip over.
It was the bass singer for the known Christian group Acapella. I tripped over his foot after a concert he had just performed in. And here's the thing, I was real angry. And my mom had already started dragging me away. We got to the minivan, and as the door was closing, that's when I took my chance. I said, go die.
What did he do?
He probably didn't hear me. We were like a good football field away at that point. We had walked to the car.
Another case of the disrespect that guy had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man didn't even approach you.
That man has no respect for me.
I heard him talking bad about you later too. Is the crazy part.
Yeah, you see that kid I tripped?
You know what?
Stupid.
You can go die.
I mean,
everyone was thinking it. You're right.
You know what I was thinking about?
Is it when we read reviews and they're really bad, so guess the movie?
No.
Cool.
It's when we read reviews that are really bad, so guess the movie.
Woo!
I pranked you.
I really thought we weren't going to do it, and then we did it.
I lied to you to your faces, and then I said I lied.
You're so smart. You're so smart.
I could not have predicted this.
I really didn't see that coming.
One thing they say about me is unpredictable.
They do. They're all people talk about Sam Bam, and they're like unpredictable gal. And I'm like,
unpredictable right. Sam Bam.
And then I pull bananas out of my pocket. This is a 5-star review from Noah Masters.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, Noah Masters.
Worst adaptation ever. They put some crazy text, so I made a demon voice.
Ding, ding, ding. This is the Netflix live action adaptation of Death Note.
No.
Okay. All right.
But a very good answer.
Ding, ding, ding. Is this Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Another great guess, but no. This is a 5-star review from Jay Kavari. Literally only watched it because Sean Connery was in it. And it was free on Hulu. This is genuinely the worst movie I've watched in ages.
Oh no.
This is I know this one.
Say it together.
Ding ding ding.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. Good job.
Still love this movie to this day. Still love this
movie.
Love this movie till the day I die.
All of these reviews are correct. This movie sucks shit.
So I'm bringing this up because I started reading the comics. That's the end of the story.
Wow. Thank you for your story.
I haven't seen this movie in forever, but I thought we would bring some of that just super talk over because it is an incredible movie in the worst way.
This is a movie I'm passionate about because we like on a show that we used to do, and the door's still open to do if we decide to go back to it ever, because we did technically just say we were on a hiatus.
Yeah, we did say hiatus and then stopped doing anything.
Just stopped doing it. I was excited about this movie going into it, and then I watched it, and every single plot twist could be told within the first 10 minutes of the movie. 10 to 15 minutes, you're like, oh, this is how it's going to go down. I know exactly what's going to happen. And then also, okay, I'm not going to lie. CGI, pretty good. For the time, pretty cool.
For the time, right? Up. It's pretty great.
Very, it's stylized, so it holds up. But it sucks. It sucks. Like Sean Connery as Alan Quartermain, you can tell this is just Sean Connery just being like, I just got a great paycheck for this. Let me slap somebody. And then he just does that exact voice that he does for everything and then does not act. Like Gal Gadot is a better actor or actress than Sean Connery was in that movie.
Wrong.
Whoa.
That's just wrong. Bad take. I'll take bozo. No, I mean, it is not a great movie. I will not try to defend it that heavily. I will say, I think it's a fun romp. Fun little romp of a movie. Doing dumb, silly things, having a dumb, silly good time.
So the reason I even started reading the comics recently was I saw some spoilers. So I'm going to spoil some of the comic.
Okay. Go ahead and bum fiddle.
We're gonna bum fiddle this.
My bum. It's fiddled.
I saw a scene where Mary Poppins is the literal incarnation of God in the universe, and the Antichrist is Harry Potter. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should give the comic book a chance.
Let him cook.
Let him cook a little bit.
I will say this does confuse me greatly because I thought the whole premise of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was like, look at these public domain characters from historical, like from fiction, and let's throw them all together. I mean, I guess is the comic still going?
I'm not sure. Let me double check.
Because I suppose that means at some point that they just kind of got the rights for Harry Potter and Mary Poppins, and those don't seem like easy rights to get.
I'm sure at this point it falls under parody law, which, like you goof it up enough and they let you do it.
Huh.
Because, that's one of the things for, Weird Al, is Weird Al technically does not have to get permission to write parodies of the songs, but he does anyway because he does it, he feels like it's more respectful.
He's a respectful king.
He's a respectful king, and we stan Weird Al on this show.
We stan him. Also, it looks like it ended in 2019.
That's
with
insane.
Another original graphic novel coming out in 2021.
That's insane.
So it started in 1999.
Yep.
Yeah, because the movie came out in 2003. And honestly, one of the things that I remember about this movie so distinctly is that when I watched it, it was not streaming free anywhere. So part of the reason I was so disappointed is I had to pay to watch it.
How much did you have to pay for it?
$1.99.
No.
And
still too much, but
still too much for this movie. Also, but Mina Harker's hair in this movie does not obey any laws of physics or continuity. It just
should it, Caleb. Should it.
If I we can see each other. A peek behind the curtain for our listeners at home. We can see each other because we have we're in the same house. The junk house.
And we have our cameras on in the house.
And we have our
pointed
cameras
at each
on.
other.
Yeah.
So it's like we kind of like to sit in a little triangle, and we have cameras that are at our backs. So it's kind of like over the shoulder. You can kind of see each of the other person's face behind, but sorry. Okay. We're going to indeed. You don't need to know all that.
And
that's too much behind the curtain to our very real
hair,
house.
Our knees are definitely touching.
Randomly started curling like on its own, and then just
Kinky.
like completely curled, and then you guys looked away, and then you turned it back, and it was back to its wavy kind of flat thing that it is now. It would be distracting and confusing, and that's Mina Harker's hair every other second. It feels like it feels like you look away and then you look back, and her hair's in a completely different place.
I will say they do a little bit of a thing that is separate and maybe part of Caleb's complaint, where when Mina Harker is going full vampire mode, her hair gets crazy and zany and fun. Whenever she is normal, her hair does not do that. So that's, I think, part of what is frustrating, Caleb, is that effect. The like, I'm Mina Harker and I'm vampire, but also my hair's normal and then my hair's unnormal, you know, that sort of thing. But also there is bad continuity in her normal scenes too.
Yeah, there's also bad writing throughout the whole thing. Or one of my favorite moments is like Captain Nemo, and so we're spoiling, but at one point he like introduces an automobile, and that's what he says. He's like, "Behold, the automobile." And then Tom Sawyer's like, goes, "I'll drive the car." And it's like, where did you get that from, Tom? This is the first automobile ever to exist, and you're the first. Randomly, you get the word car. That makes no sense. That does not track.
He does technically say, "I call it the automobile," and then Tom Sawyer calls it a car.
Yeah.
Where do you think the word car came from, friends?
Carriage.
From a cart.
Cart or carriage, I think. Either way, you're
it comes
both
from the Latin word carum.
Technically, shut up.
Fair. Anyway, but yeah, there's also the gayest people I've ever seen ever in like recorded media of Dorian Gray, who like is just so gay, and at one point there is a moment that I'm sure Cordell will remember well, where like the villain and Dorian Gray are like talking and revealing how they had been working together the whole time, and the villain goes, "But there was a wolf among you," and then Dorian Gray goes, "Growl."
He goes, "Growl."
Growl. And like it sucks so bad.
Good for him.
It sucks.
Listen,
so
he's letting his
bad.
freak flag fly, and you're being a little bit homophobic.
No,
for
also,
Wrath Month.
Yeah, also,
it is Wrath Month.
I also listened to our episode over the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen fairly recently. Because Just Super I know so well that I can tune it on and turn it on and play Elden Ring and just farm. Just keep farming for runes instead of kind of pay attention to both. And I distinctly remember Cordell saying, recorded in the episode, there's no way you could have predicted that a villain that goes by the name M could be Moriarty, as if that's not one of the most iconic public domain villains with the name that starts with M. And like you were like so surprised when I was like, he was introduced, and I said, "Oh, Moriarty, cool, that's the villain."
A fun thing is that in the comics, they've kept on saying M, and every time they say Mr. M, Mina goes, "Oh yes, Mycroft Holmes. We know you're talking about Mycroft." They're like placing little red herrings, but obviously it's pretty easy to be like, "Oh yeah." M can stand for a lot of things.
What could M mean?
What could M
Mr.
mean?
Evil.
Mr. Evil.
Miscongeniality.
Do you think the villain was pageantry?
The villain was actually just Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay, but that's worth it.
Yeah.
Sandy B can be a villain any day of the week.
Yeah. This leads into a
Sandy.
good question, though.
Well, real quick, I want to say, in defense of me, when I thought the twist was good, I was also watching this movie maybe as an 11-year-old.
Oh.
Just to
That's
put
fair.
that a little bit in perspective, young and stupid.
Young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb. Young. Okay, but if we remade a similar kind of world today, what kind of characters do we want? Like, what literary, what...
Public domain?
We could do public domain. We could say not public domain.
Huckleberry Finn is a trickster god.
Ooh.
I want to give them powers based on their personality too. I think Huck Finn was, because hear me out, right?
Yeah.
Great, one of the great American literary characters, Huckleberry Finn.
Uh-huh.
Well, Tom Sawyer, right? Like
Tom, yeah.
we'll go with Tom Sawyer rather than like, oh, I'm a U.S. secret agent. Tom Sawyer is a trickster god. He is the coyote reincarnated to work within the new scheme of this burgeoning country. That's my pitch for a character. Y'all do the rest. I don't know.
Here's my pitch for a character.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie.
Ooh.
But here's the twist. He is an actual factual mouse. And he fucks.
Nice.
Oh my God.
That's a good twist, Caleb.
I got more in me.
Do it again.
Known public domain figure.
Go.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
The Son of God.
Any Bible figures.
Here's the thing. He's still alive. He's with us. He's in our hearts. And it's actually 5 kids who Voltron by holding hands and praying. And then Jesus appears in the middle of them.
They Captain Planet him?
Wait,
They Captain Planet
is
Jesus Christ. And he starts beating up Hitler with a cross. Hitler's the villain. He's also
Jesus.
public domain.
Jesus Christ, he's the hero.
He's gonna take pollution down. He's still gonna fix pollution.
I'm here to stop
listen, pollution is the greatest of humanity's sin.
Jesus Christ. I'm here to stop pollution as well as stop the kids from masturbating. They should stop doing that. It's not good for them. They will go blind. My name is
God.
Jesus Christ. Am I Captain Planet or am I Voltron? Who fucking knows? That's right. I'm Jesus and I say fuck. I don't say any of the other swear words. I just say fuck. The other ones are too bad for me, but there's nothing wrong with fuck. Jesus fucks. I say fuck all the time and I'm Jesus Christ. This bit has gone on for far too long.
Samantha, do you have any ideas?
Did you know that Cthulhu is in the public domain?
Yes. Yes, I did. That's a good transition.
I would love to see Mickey Mouse, a drunken, having sex Mickey Mouse,
Go
go up against a Cthulhu and trickster god Tom Sawyer team up.
Also,
Also,
Tom
Jesus
Sawyer's
is
a
there.
villain?
Yeah, Jesus is also there. But not like he just kind of chills.
Yeah. Okay. I could see this.
Winnie the Pooh could also
Okay.
be a good
Mhm.
hero. Another
Winnie
down
the
on his
Pooh,
luck.
but he's an axe murderer.
Yeah.
Here's
Like
my take on Winnie the Pooh. What do we know about Winnie the Pooh? He's a bear.
loves
Pooh Bear.
honey.
He's actually a gay
a bear.
bear. He's actually
Gay
just
bear.
like a gay man, a hairy
He's
gay
gay with
man,
Winnie the-
Mickey.
but who also
Winnie
Pooh
the
bears,
Pooh-
so he does not wear pants.
Okay, so imagine if you will. This is my Twilight Zone voice. Imagine if you will,
Mm-hmm.
a gay man named Winnie, always wears a red shirt, always has his cock and balls hanging out. That's it. That's the whole bit. I don't have anything more for you.
Crazy addition as well. There's probably a lot of versions of old superheroes that are now in the public domain.
Oh.
So we can get Superman. We can get Spider-Man.
Well, here's the thing.
Jay
I don't.
Gatsby. There we go.
Jay Gatsby. Okay,
Jay
honestly,
Gatsby's a
Jay
good one.
Gatsby, but he follows the image of this like green light that tells him where to go and guides him. Or
He's just
he's
a
a
firefly.
ghost. Jay Gatsby the ghost, maybe.
Ooh. Ooh.
Can I make another pitch? I promise it's not Voltron Jesus.
If it's another character that has sex, no.
This one is a sexless character. I promise.
Okay. You promise, Caleb?
Yeah, it's the unnamed soldier from the poem "As I Lay Dying" by William Faulkner.
Okay.
And his power is that as he lay there dying, he tells his story as he does in the poem, and people feel compelled to listen to him as he tells the story about his life as he lay there dying.
Okay, so I have a pitch. It's a little bit of a Ratatouille situation, okay?
Okay.
So the Pied Piper of Hamelin, except it is a rat who plays a flute that makes people listen to him.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like a broader scale Ratatouille. What do y'all think about that?
I think I like that a lot. I think I have something that beats it though.
Dang it.
Because you know who is in the public domain that we have discussed many a time before? I mean, yeah, but how about Mr. Highly Magnified Wogglebug, thoroughly educated?
Oh
Oh, the
My
Wogglebug.
gosh.
The
is in
Wogglebug.
the public domain.
Are we getting wogged?
I think we're wogging it up. And this Wogglebug loves gay people.
This Wogglebug is gay.
This Wogglebug is
Canonically.
gay for a frogman.
Gay for the frogman, the wogster. I think life is better this way.
Life
I
is
think.
better.
What if is
with a gay
Wogglebug the
Wogglebug.
manifestation of God in this universe?
I don't think so. Because
Is that
here's
too
my
much?
idea.
Is that too much?
Wogglebug.
Why?
Wogglebug is the manifestation of everyone's darkest desires.
Yeah, if you're really
Hmm.
horny, that's the Wogglebug doing that.
And he fights Jesus, the Jesus I mentioned earlier. That's who it
Wogglebug's
is.
evil.
Wogglebug.
Whoa, being thoroughly educated
But-
makes you evil.
But him
Yeah,
being
yeah.
gay has nothing to do with Jesus fighting him. Okay, because Jesus is okay with gay people.
Jesus is also gay in
okay.
this universe. He's gay with
Jesus-
Judas.
Jesus is
What?
well-
He betrayed him though.
Well,
Well,
that
more
kiss.
like
That kiss.
Pete, more like Jesus is gay with Peter and Judas because Peter's the Rock, and he
Is
is
that
played
a
by
gay
Dwayne the
term?
Rock Johnson.
He's the
No,
power
it's just
bottom.
he's hard.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if I was I'm like, is that a gay thing? I don't understand.
No, trust
Every
me,
relationship
Cordell,
needs a rock, Cordell.
every relationship.
What does
needs
that
a rock.
mean? What does it mean?
Everybody should date Dwayne.
See, here's the okay. Jesus of Nazareth
Yeah.
with his, I didn't say this earlier, but he does use the cross as a weapon.
You did say this.
I did say that. Okay. Yeah. The cross as his weapon.
Yeah.
Is fighting the Woggle Bug, who is gay, but that's not why they're fighting. It's because the Woggle Bug is a representation of everyone's darkest desires. Now I know what you're thinking. What does that have to do with the other great character that I brought up that we're forgetting about, the nameless soldier from As I Lay Dying?
Yeah.
And it's because one of my favorite quotes from that poem is when that unnamed soldier says, "I know my sin and I know my punishment, and I do not begrudge it." And so that's what he says, and that's the final words the Woggle Bug hears before his brain gets smashed in by a cross swung by Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
I use the sword of the Spirit. It's just the cross.
I also use the armor of the whatever the armor is supposed to be, and it's also a cross.
It's also a metaphor. Do you think we could also get the girl Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in here?
I think so. I don't think they've used her in the comics for a while.
She was in that one movie and nothing really else. So I think there's a chance of getting the girl Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
But just as like she's just important. She doesn't have to like die or anything.
Why would she die? Why would she?
Have to. Yeah.
Why would you even bring that up?
I don't know.
I don't want that.
I just don't want her to. I got scared.
You know I don't want her to. So don't even bless you. Don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up. Okay.
Okay.
She's their mastermind. She learned from Master Splinter, who in this version is just like referred to kind of as an unnamed rat. She learned from this unnamed rat how to like manage a team, and she's their team leader. Yeah. And they're going up against Mr. M, but in this one it's not Moriarty. That's right. It's Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Who has taken over the mind of Paul Bunyan.
That's a twist. That's a twist.
Also has teamed up with Flash Gordon.
That's a twist.
Future technology.
What a twist.
And then Odysseus comes in.
More like Odysseus. She.
Oh, Rosie the Riveter. She's.
Oh, you think Rosie's out here? Think Rosie's out here riveting?
Why have we been struggling? Some enemies, you know.
God. Why have we been trying to come up with cool characters and cool character ideas when right here in front of me I found a list that it's just called cool public domain characters you can use?
We've been slaving away at this task for the love of the game, and there's already a list.
There's already a list.
What's the point of living? Tell me.
I mean, some of the ones that are there, certain iterations of James Bond.
You think we could be Bondin'?
Sandman.
Mr. Face.
Sherlock Holmes, John Carter, Frankenstein's Monster, and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And King Kong.
Why is he lucky?
King Kong. Because he don't die. And rabbit's foot.
He don't die.
Is it because he's got 4 rabbit's foots? Is that why?
Well, no, he has 2 because he's the kind of Disney animation bullshit where it's an animal that somehow has 2 hands and 2 feet.
Hands or feet?
Mickey not Mickey. His name was not Mickey. The Disney guy.
Oswald.
No, the man that made Disney. The Disney
Walt.
guy.
Walt Mickey Disney.
Walt Mickey Disney is a pervert.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And wanted
Walt Frozen Head Disney.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm thinking about this, and this may be something we tackle in the next in another episode too. But Walt popularized anthropomorphizing animals.
Is Walt responsible for furries?
The furry?
I think he at least normalized it.
I will say there are like, even back in Greece, you know, there are depictions of like people with Egypt, you know, they depicted their gods with the head of an animal, body of a person. There are dogmen that some Greeks talked about in some writings. Like, I think furries have probably always been out there, but I do think Walt Americanized it, popularized it.
Walt is the furry.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. People are like, Prince is the king of rock and roll, or whatever. Like, different people are the king of rock, but he's not the one who invented it. He's the one that made it. Like, the people that are known as the king of something, they're just the ones that made it good, you know? Or they're the ones that normalized it and made it where a lot of people liked it. Walt Disney is the king of furries.
I'm in.
I think I'm in. I feel like we need to talk to a furry because that feels.
No.
I don't know if they would want to be represented by one.
We don't need the input of a person that knows things on this show.
That's a good point.
Listeners, if you're a furry, we won't identify you if you don't want to be identified. But if you could just let us know if it's okay that I made a joke kind of say that Walt Disney is the furry, that would be real cool. And right now, that joke, and whether I take it seriously or not, is in a state of limbo of I need to know if it's okay with furries, if that's okay to say. But I think some evidence in my favor, some animals that he has anthropomorphized are dogs, mice, rabbits, ducks, cows, another mouse, duck.
Okay, but who
another
made Judy
dog?
Hopps?
Disney. Disney made Judy Hopps.
Yeah, they did make her hoppin'.
And also rabbits, because Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is the original Walt Disney creation. And all I'm saying is I think Disney kind of paved the way for furries.
I'll cheers to that.
I'll cheers to that. I do think this might actually be the thing that gets us shut down. I don't know how well Disney's gonna cotton to us being like, yeah, Walt Disney OG furry.
Well, that might do the whole episode before they get to that. So
you're right, and they're gonna cut out after 15 minutes where we're talking about if your nipples can hear.
Yeah,
it's
Disney.
The places where Disney executives will stop listening is honestly the cold open, where it was just us referencing Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Yep.
Nipple hearing.
Yep.
Oops, all berries.
Honestly, whenever I said that I wanted Lucky Charms, but all dicks.
But yeah, Lucky Charms, all dicks. I think they also cut out at me going on for way too long about Jesus Christ, the public domain superhero.
Yeah, whenever he started fighting Cthulhu, I think they might have tuned out.
I think they listened to that part because that's a baller idea, and they could make that a movie. So TM on everything we've said prior.
Yeah.
To twist on Cthulhu. He's a good guy this time.
What if Cthulhu is gay with Paul and Peter, with Judas and Peter?
Wait, Cthulhu is Jesus.
So That would be interesting. TM. Because
that one episode where we blasphemed real hard.
Hold on.
He's cooking. Let him cook.
What is Jesus? You're part of Trinity, which means he both is and is not God, because they are all encompassing all in one, but also not, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cthulhu is the father of Cthulhu, which is another eldritch horror whose their only existence is that if Cthulhu dies, Cthulhu then gives birth to Cthulhu.
Oh.
So, the same way Jesus is God's son, but also God, Cthulhu is both the bringer of Cthulhu while also being brought by Cthulhu.
The Trinity is Cthulhu?
Do you think we're going to be punished for this?
Nah.
Like, do you think we're going to have some kind of a karmic comeuppance for what we've done here today?
I mean, they'd have to catch us first.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else?
What else, Caleb? What else do we have to do?
Yeah, come on, Caleb.
What else?
You know what else? The Psychobilly freak out about Reverend Horton Heath.
Oh, yeah.
If you got him.
How close are we to the theme song?
With my AC and electricity deciding to be finicky, probably the end of next week is when that will actually be done. So we'll see.
That is fair. But you know what also is fair? We have a TikTok and a Twitter and Junkhouse Pod. You should check those out. We're on YouTube. You should check us out on Junkhouse Podcast on the YouTube. Like, come on.
Did y'all read the Did You Know email from Fielding?
We did not.
We got an email on June 24th from Fielding.
We got an email a while ago.
It's an oldie.
God.
You want to read it, Cordell?
Yep. It's special for me. Okay. Speaking of email, you all said it. I'm gonna read this email to you, friends, sent by our good friend Fielding. Thank you, Fielding. This email says, "Did you know? Junkhouse. Did you know Virginia actually extends further west than West Virginia? Bonus, did you know? Did you know? Cats are very vulnerable to vertical barrage attacks. Excerpt from Sun Tzu, The Cat of War, The Art of Cat, The Cat Wars. Thank you for resubscribing to Did You Know? I'm in need of serious psychiatric intervention or a Philly cheesesteak and pirated Tom and Jerry reruns #mood.
You know what? All of that is correct. And you know what? Resubscribing to Did You Know is the best $5,000 I've ever spent.
It is 100% the best $8,000 I've ever spent.
It's the best $500,000 I've ever spent.
Oh, you got a discount this time.
Yeah, finally.
Wow, you're really moving up in the world, girl.
I know. Thank you, Fielding. You didn't have to discount me, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're doing the Lord's work out here, Fielding. If you would like to email us and give us more Did You Know facts, you can do that at junkhousemailbox@gmail.com.
And as we say every week.
As we say every week.
Our Father.
Could you no, I'm gonna take it a different direction. We're not doing that. Hey, could you speak up a little bit? My nipples, I had a shirt on. Let me take my shirt off. Go ahead and repeat what you were saying.
Oh yeah. As we say every week.
Okay, I heard you better that time.
As we say every week.
Wow, you need to work on your diction a little bit. It was kind of muffled.
Do you listen to nipple ASMR?
Yeah, Nasamar.
Sounds like a D&D race.
It's a psychobilly freakout!